What's up, teammates? American Bi Guy here, your captain of the Bi team, coming back with another play from our playbook. Now, tonight's topic is bisexuality within the conservative and also the legal community. All right. So let's begin with recently the Republicans had, of course, their convention, right? And during this time, all these conservative traditional people, I'm sure there's a lot of men there, crashed the gay dating app. Now, there's no surprise, a lot of people are always hiding. Like I said, being bisexual, we always like to hide and whatnot. But it's very interesting when you're hiding from the perspective of like, I'm not gay, I'm not bisexual, I don't care for these people's rights or whatnot. And you're part of the community, right? And not so much as just like a few people, but they actually crashed the app. And the app, a lot of those apps go by, of course, your geographic location, which sets you up to the nearest other gay person, bisexual, trans, whatever, mostly dudes, right, who are looking to score with each other, if you will. So the legal community, in my opinion, is no exception. I think the legal community can be a bit worse, actually, because you have egos and you have individuals who make a lot of money, who are able to, of course, stroke those egos with, like pandering people with money or flashing it around at the same time saying, oh, look, I'm a lawyer, have you? And at the same time, that being very attractive. What I see and what I've seen is that the legal community is no exception. But not only that, my personal experiences when I was in law school and, I finished and everything, but oh my God, it was awful. And it took me a very long time to talk about it because I had an individual that came from a very conservative environment who fell madly in love with me. And nobody believed at all that this was the case. They actually thought it was a case where I was in love with an individual. And the case was that this individual is like fatal attraction, single white female, but this time male, in love with me and made my life hell. So when you're bisexual and you're in this conservative environment, I know that you're already faced with this conundrum of like, or this paradigm of, hey, I am, not like this, but you really are, and that's a very dangerous place to be for yourself, but also for those who are involved, whether you choose to be involved or not. And in my case, I didn't have a choice because I got pulled into a situation with an individual who fell madly in love with me. How we became friends? Well, just basically, I saw a guy one day who was really stressed out and about women issues. Didn't know what was going on, but I gave him advice and it worked. And so what he did was he repaid me by taking me to the gym and training me and spending time with me, and we became friends. Little did I know I was gonna learn more about bisexuality because I was using my lens from what I had seen all over the country and all the thousands of people I had talked to about their identity, and now seeing it really play out in the gym setting. That's why I always say the gym is a very homoerotic environment. But what had happened is this individual ended up falling madly in love with me, and it took me a while to catch on at first, even though he would say things to me to let me know how he felt about me. It just didn't register. I was just like, whatever, yeah, I love you too, bro, it ended that. However, when he got a girlfriend, I knew things were gonna go south because in my past experience, I've seen bisexual men or men who have feelings for men who get girlfriends and do not know how to deal with those feelings. And even if they don't really budge on it too much, it's the girlfriend or their woman, right, that they have who doesn't like the bi guy or the guy who's gay or the guy who's coming around, their boyfriend, right? They don't know because at that point, this individual who is clearly possibly not straight is like another woman to the girlfriend in her eyes. So when this individual got with this girl, and honestly, he did not care about her at all, and I don't even want to talk about the reason why he got with her, but he knows exactly why he got with her. And it was not a good reason. It was not for love, put it like that. I knew that she was going to see me like another woman, and she was going to come after me at some point because I knew how he felt about me, and I knew that although our relationship was platonic, at least on my end, I knew that she would notice that because oftentimes when you're a bi man, or women out there, when your man is bisexual, he brings around this individual that you suspect is not straight, they be like, are you sleeping with him? There's always this sort of suspicion, right? They call it sus or what have you. And every woman, of course, is very different. But in my experience, usually they come after that individual because they don't like how their boyfriend is playing out with the feminine or bi man or the person they think is gay. They don't like that. You know, a lot of times this conversation about guys being with the homies and whatnot and having to fight for time for the be with the fellas versus the girl is already an issue. Now you add extra cherry on top where that individual he wants to hang out with is not straight or perceived as straight. Now you got a recipe for disaster.